everything, even though people can see me.
Don't need a key, we get in for free, no VIP sleeves. Drink that Kool-Aid, follow my lead. Now you're one of us, you're coming with me. It's time to kill the lights and shut the DJ down. Tonight we're taking over, no one's getting out. This place about to blow. Watch me move when I lose it hard. Get you off with the touch, dancing in the dark. You notice what I'm wearing, I'm noticing you're staring. You know that I can take it to the next level, baby. Harder than the A-list, next one on my hit list. Baby, let me blow your mind tonight. I can't take it, take no more. Never felt like this before. Come on, get me on the floor. DJ, what you waiting for? body up and do some surgery. Now that you got me up, I wanna taste it, and see those pocket aces. Wanna see who you are. Got a sex drive to push start. I got a sex drive to push start. Push start. Push start. I got a sex drive to push start. Sex drive to push start. Push start. Push start. I got a sex drive to push start.
I'm trying to fight, I'm trying to hide it, but I want you tonight. I'm gonna bite the bullet. But I want you.
This is my
Following your every drop.
flashback.
Following your every drop.
Flashback.
Following your every drop. Realize I'm fighting for my life. Why can't I realize I'm fighting for my life?
Pretty young things in the party, let me see your hands up. And if they mad and they don't wanna party, tell them shut the fuck up. So DJ, turn it loud and watch me turn it up. Don't worry about it, we here to party. So jump, jump, jump.
But I want you.
This is my
Following your every drop. Who's gonna trip? But I want you. We're gonna make. We're gonna trip.
Alright, so now we are live. We are good, and we are going to start getting this going. Because we have StarCraft, which is pretty exciting. As I know I'm in need of relaxation, because life has been hellish lately. Hooray for schools, and yeah. So hopefully that probably resonates with some of you guys about all of our troubles and everything. But let's go ahead and actually get this started, as we do have the URL. Actually, why is my camera all the way off the side? Stay in the sun. Alright, that works. Alright, so now guys, welcome. We got the URTL. We are going to bring you a best of 7 between two top teams. We have latest and greatest gaming going up against Crown Gaming in a best of 7 brought to you by the Underrated Team League, as well as nextlevelSC2.com, where you can go ahead and learn to do a lot of things with your StarCraft gameplay, learn some strategies, and pretty much just become an all-around better player. And then you've got Origin PCs that make the best PCs out there, where you can just game, stream, do anything, and you'll have no issues whatsoever. What you can also do is download SC2 Gears and use that program to analyze your replays of the strategies that you used on Next Level SC2, and that can allow you to really make sure that everything can be locked down tight with your execution, as SC2 Gears is an incredibly good replay analysis program for that. And now I just want to go ahead and say thank you all for coming in, and we also have Zombie Grub here.
Hey guys.
Yep. And now, because we have really cool fancy videos and everything for you guys, I think before we get into game number 1, we get to show you the cool URTL video.
Yeah, Wayne's World, Planet Rock, Paris Drive, and the time. And she gon' rock to the camera stop. I sing about angels like Angel Eye, and Pay My Life, and Samadai, and Amadai, and Tamara, and Najee. I'm in here like, bitch, what's up? Me, can it me? I can fix you up, I can dig you up, I can dig you down. Shout it, we could go wherever, just pick a town. And the jury is louder than an engine sound. Big ass rocks like on the ground, dirty like socks that's on the ground. We see a sweet
Working harder, doing faster. Our work is never over.
Okay, and here we go, as we are spawning directly on top of BNY Candide, who is actually now going to be referred to as Crown's Candide, as he is their representative. He's going to be the blue Zerg at the top left, going up against Roman Dragon, who is the representative for Latest and Greatest Gaming. He is the red Zerg in the bottom right. So we have ourselves a very interesting ZVZ to begin this best of 7, as it's taking place on GSL Whirlwind.
Yeah, unfortunately I haven't seen a lot of ZVZs on this map, though. It's just a big map, so I expect this to go into the mid or late game.
I think that would be a really cool thing. I mean, as in, ZVZ doesn't really get brought to those stages enough, in my opinion, as getting to Hive Tech in ZVZ is incredibly rare, but incredibly fun as well.
Oh man, not to play. It's frustrating to play.
I'm Protoss, I don't have those worries.
Yeah, of course not. But back when I was Zerg, it was quite a worry, because if you try and go for that high before your opponent does, there's always a risk that they just attack you with a maxed out army before your Hive Tech is actually done, and you are screwed. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, I remember the first. That's. Well, here's an interesting little bit of information for you guys, because that'll definitely impact your voting on these guys at xanderfever.tv/vote. But I remember actually the first game that I ever saw where I got to see Hive Tech in a ZVZ. I think it was actually Spanishiwa versus Cats. It was on Shattered Temple, and it was really cool.
Okay, and Candide defeated Cats.
Yep, and that's
So-
what I find quite interesting. So if we actually do have a late game, we could have a nice, really cool Hive Tech situation. I can also beat Vibe, another great Zerg.
His teammate did.
Oh, cool. Then I'm not paying enough attention to the chat, which is probably because I'm casting and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, maybe?
Yeah, it's really difficult when you really want to read the chat, especially if you're talking about things that actually might pertain to the game, at least giving you some background knowledge on players that you otherwise might not know. And, like, usually you're really not supposed to, because then you get really effing confused, and you're like, I was casting, but now I'm just reading.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've actually been able to read a fun book lately, so that's been really, really nice, because I basically just said, screw it, I need to relax, and I've been reading a little bit of Warhammer 40k, which is actually really good.
Oh, okay. That's cool. My brother read those all the time. I've never gotten into it.
That's alright. But now, let's go actually look at something relevant to this. We had a Roman Dragon going for a hatchery first, and then a late pool, and he's got his gas now coming down as well. And we take a look at Candida, he went for his pool first, then he went for his hatchery, so his expansion is slightly behind, with his extractor finishing up slightly faster than Roman Dragon, but all in all, we see that the Dragon has pretty much got the slight edge in the build order so far.
Yeah, on this map, though, it's not really going to play a part. Unfortunately, one thing I do want to note is that Whirlwind is a 4-player map. There aren't any forced spawns, I believe, so that's why you see Roman Dragon sending his overlords in both directions. Same with, how did you pronounce his name?
I say Candide because it makes me happy.
Candide.
I have no idea if it's right or not, but I go with it.
I don't know if I'm going to do that, but our Blue Zerg anyways. So our Blue Zerg actually does find out where, his opponent is. I think they actually haven't both scouted. So Roman Dragon is actually unaware as to where his opponent is. He's kind of figured it out now as his Overlord scouts the bottom left. He, process of elimination, he's in the top left. But his Overlords aren't in position, so if Candide was actually attacking him, his overlords are not in position to actually see an early pool or like a two hatch attack. So they're just now getting in position, but it's something that he should have been very wary of for the first few minutes.
Yeah, but something interesting that we see that Roman Dragon is going for roaches right now, while we have the metabolic boost being upgraded for Candide. And I don't want to call him Candide because it's like, yes, I can lose, and I feel like that would be not what he's going for. Or it's like someone really bad, like IR Baboon saying I can died, and it's like screwing up all the tenses and everything.
I didn't even think of that. I was just thinking like it sounds like some type of chemical.
Kinda actually. Oh my god, organic chemistry. I don't want to think about chemistry right now.
Then please don't, like, just ignore me. Like, I am not an art student. I do not do chemistry. Spine crawler placement's actually really pretty smart. I do believe that covers, like, most of the mineral line for Roman Dragon, that is. And it's covered by an Evo chamber, so not a whole lot of service area if an early Ling attack was coming out. Both players, though, decided to go up to Lair, kind of like, you know, no rush, 8 minutes, it seems. And while Candide, whatever, has slings going through, the Overlords... Oh, actually, wait. Roman Dragon completely messed up his Overlord scouting. That's weird. So he actually has no idea that these, like, 18 Lings are on the way.
No, he doesn't. He knows the natural exists, though he can see the creep, but that's literally his only information right now. And now he's getting hit by a bunch of Lings in his natural expansion.
Yeah, well, luckily he's, like, Overlord at the front, gave him enough time to block the ramp, but his, you know, his natural is obviously being attacked right now. Some drones are going down. The Spine Crawler's doing really well, helping him out, but how many died right there? 2. He saved most of the Zerglings, though, and took out a Queen.
Yeah, alright, so now we have Roman Dragon's Lair finishing up, and as far as the Lair tech goes, Candide is gone for his Spire, and he's got all of his gases mining happily, and it's going to be interesting to see how it pays off, as this is a very large map, and it's going to take a while for this Mutas to get over to the end of the opposite side.
Oh, this is so smart by Candide, alright, so he sees that there's 4 gas. He's actually going to get inside. The roaches are not blocking, and he's confirmed that there was indeed 4 gases and a lair, so whatever gas build that Roman Dragon was intent on doing, he just lost both of his gases. That is a severe drawback, and that may have changed up Roman Dragon's plan. As you can see, our Blue Zerg's actually going for that Spire, like Xander said, so if Roman Dragon was going to go for that Spire, not only is it, like, really late now, but it would have been, like, really, really late thanks to those 2 gases. It does look like he's just going to drone up and go for Infestors. There it is. But, you know, he's definitely lacking gas.
And now we have Roman Dragon finally getting a significant scout off. He's dropped down a Changeling that immediately dies. But now his Overseer is going to move ahead and get into the main base. And a third base of Candide has been thrown down. But Dragon is staying on 2. He may just go for it, trying to go for a big 2-base Roach push to just... Roach Infestor push, just bust this front, as seems like he doesn't really have much of many other options. Oh, there we go. Now he takes his third, so he is going to try and macro against this.
Yeah, that'd be kind of... It's really risky to go for a 2-base, you know, Infestor Roach push across this huge map against Mutalisk. They can backstab you for, like, a good, like, minute before even returning back to take care of the units, and they take up so many fungals that you can really have enough time as the defender to get up with spines, you know, make those fungals pretty much worthless with the energy. So I'm, you know, definitely expected that third going down. But on this map, it is very hard to keep it against Mutalisk.
Alright, and so now them going across this map, we're going to start seeing some damage being done. They may even be able to force a cancellation on this hatchery, because I don't really see any way they could be defended. I mean, these 2 queens, neither of them have a transfuse. Oh, there's a third queen that's got even less health.
Yeah, even if they get over here, they can actually just kind of be microed and picked off without any transfuses. It does look like he's going to go ahead and do that, so he's going to pick off the queens. He's probably thinking, hey, this is the only defense you have so far against my Mutalisk, so if I get rid of these 4 queens, what's your defense for anything else? Like, yeah, Spore's helping out your 2 bases you have now, but your third's never going to get up.
Oh, now these Lings are doing a lot of damage inside the main base. We have all of these, just everything's going down, just a few Lings and some Mutas, but now Infestors are going to pop, and that's going to be one of the big hopes for this. But the Mutas are being forced back to the counterattack by Roaches. That is actually managing to save Roman Dragon. Candide's taken a little bit of damage, nothing, yikes, the Mutas are really being forced back now.
Yeah, but he just took out the lair for Roman Dragon, so I definitely put our Blue Zerg in the lead right here, and he does in fact clean up that attack. He's transferring into that Roach style, getting his upgrades as well, and getting Infestors too. So he's just looking absolutely gorgeous in this game, and Roman Dragon's looking a little like he just broke his leg and his arm. and roll down a hill.
Yeah, yeah, and the voting's kind of agreeing with this whole situation, but all Funkel's now landing as we have Roman Dragon sending down roaches to take down mutalisks. That's, oh,
Well, you know, maybe
Wait.
one day they reach
What?
for the stars.
my door's being knocked down. That's not good.
Oh, I'll cast. Oh, the college life. Spore does finish. These Mulisk are pretty weak. He doesn't. I don't think he actually wants to take on that Spore, but it seems like he is. And yeah, he's just gonna take down the Spore and probably the third. Looks like Roman Dragon's going for his last counterattack pretty much. He really doesn't have any economy to do anything after this. In fact, he's just getting up his lair right now, which is pretty sad for him. So this roach attack is not gonna do a whole lot. There are more roaches and a spine and 2 infestors. So Roman Dragon, that attack stops in the face, and now all our Blue Zerg has to do is counterattack, and he will probably win this game. I guess Sanders not back yet. But yeah, so it looks like he's going to attack, which is what I kind of expected him to do. Roman Dragon's setting like 5 little hit squad roaches out here to see if he can capture maybe a 3rd or a 4th, or the 4th that would have been coming up for a Blue Zerg. Not going to happen, going to go back into the front, but that's going to be easily defended by whatever our Blue Zerg has left over, as you can see. Well, actually, you can't see because you're not watching my screen.
Yes, but you know what? I made sure to follow someone's camera for that
Oh,
little
okay.
awkward intrusion by a very awkward RA. It was kind of funny, though. It was very weird. A lot of weird giggling. It was kind of odd.
Oh my
Anyway.
god.
But it looks like GG just got called, so I got back at the perfect time. That is going to be the first game of this clan war, and it is going to be going to Candide. Goes on Crown. Let's make sure that I select the right thing. I did not select the right thing. Come on, power of a mouse cursor. No, come on, cursor. Don't be mean to me. I'm just gonna do that. That'll work. Wait, what? No, stop editing that one. Is this the right one? So, I'm not editing lag gaming. Why are you so mean to me? Oh my god. Wait, lag? Why are you all the way over there? That's not right. Is that... Okay. There we go. Hooray for overlapping things making me look really, really bad. Yay! We're set up now.
Alright, good. And I just wrote down how you pronounce his name so we can actually match up, because it seems like we're going to have another match with Candide.
Sweet. Alright, so now, guys, hope you enjoyed that, because that was game number 1 of a best of 7 King of the Hill clan war between 2 top teams in lag, as well as Crown. And so far we have Candide taking down one thing. And where'd you say you wrote down how to say his name?
On a piece of paper.
Oh, okay. They like sent it in Skype, and I was like, "Oh, cool." And then it was like, "Oh, what?"
Oh, no, like, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but
Oh,
I'm going with what you're saying, so I just...
that works for me. I mean, that I honestly always hope that I'm right, which is it's kind of a rare occurrence. But when it does happen, I'm usually happy.
He's gonna come in and say we're doing it all wrong.
Probably, and then I'll just commit seppuku in my shame. Okay. So if you're ready, we can... Oh, wait, no, I got to voting. Ah, never mind. Ignore me. Okay. Well, now the voting's up if you guys want to go ahead and do said voting. And now you ready?
Ready.
Alright, here we go. As we are spawning directly on top of Candide, the victorious victor from the last game. He is going to be the blue Zerg in the top right, going up against Lags Believe, who's going to be the green Protoss in the bottom right. This is going to take place on GSL Entombed Valley. And that's going to be quite an interesting situation, as it's a PvZ that spawned in the closest possible positions.
Yeah, and this is it's loser's choice, right? Just out of the way. Map choice, that is.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so too. So this is a nice map for Believe to actually pick. Of course, Entombed Valley, very nice to get that early third for the Protoss players, so they generally like to take it. Of course, nowadays, lots of players are saying, I don't want to go into that 3 game against a Zerg player. So maybe he picked this to go ahead and do that 3-base, thinks he's confident in the macro game, or maybe he's just going to go ahead and do a 2-base timing in these positions. It's going to help him out.
Yeah, one thing I know about Believe is that he's actually a friend of mine, and he actually, he used to be a GM Zerg before he became a GM Protoss, and one of the things that he loves to do is just kill the opponent. His play has evolved since all he did was 2-base timings at a time before, but it has evolved a little bit. He mixes it around. He can do the War Prism macro plays. He can do just the normal Death Ball, 3-base turtles, go to Mothership, yada yada. But he probably still enjoys just doing the 2 bases time to kill your person. Plus, he's an old Warcraft 3 player, so he really enjoys Blink Stalkers.
Alright, that's really good to know. Some nice information right there. And, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see if actually goes ahead and does that. But our Zerg player actually took out the probe, so no more scouting for our Protoss player. Took it out with like a good 5 drones, by the way. Not actually doing anything secret. That might have been like a tell from Candide that, hey, the Zerg, or rather I believe that, hey, the Zerg player is going to do something really weird. Believe actually isn't, or Candide isn't. Oh my god, I'm getting both these names just mixed up. Zerg player is not doing anything weird, although the Protoss player might think so. There we go.
Very, very nicely said. As we have just Believe going for the Nexus first, and then he goes for the Forge, and he's making sure that he'll be very, very safe with the wall. He's making sure that he even actually put this pylon down to not only stop the supply block that's impending, he's also going to try and use that to get this wall done. It's inevitable that on Entomb Valley, you're gonna have a pylon in your wall, unless you're doing something really, really odd, which I've actually seen some people do, which is actually use the Forge and the gateway in these spots, but then bring the wall down below the gateway to wall with the ramp to try and make it a little beefier. It's giving me more awkward to defend and makes attacking easier for the Zerg, but you don't have a pylon in a vulnerable spot.
Yeah, exactly. It does look like Candide's actually, has this into account. He's made actually 6 lings, which is more than you usually see, and is going to abuse this fact that maybe there's going to be a bigger gap to get those lings in, and there actually is a huge gap. The cannon is even up. He's going to go for the cannon, actually. That is an interesting decision. Sometimes he's going to go straight for the main, but it's going to work. Only 1 ling will die, and Believe has to pull the probes.
Yeah, the greedy play that he was going for is actually now backfiring against him with these spawning positions, and Candide is fully aware of this, so this Zealot's going to get chronoed out, and it looks like this pylon is going to be falling, and there it does, and that unpowers the gateway. Oh ho ho ho. Oh, that's really bad. Candide was ready to leave after that, but then he realized his timing's still open.
He's doing so much damage, guys. Like, doing this to a Protoss player, if they're planning on any timing attacks in the future, you really mess them up. So this is well worth, even if he loses those lings right now, probably well worth it for the Zerg to continue doing this. With the Zealot out, the lings will probably eventually die, but they're going to still be a nuisance. They're going to be running around, getting scouting information that Believe doesn't want to give. They're just so annoying, but such a good tactic from Candide.
I'm really surprised they didn't send those lings back into the main base to try and pick
too,
off a couple of those probes that are so damaged. I mean, there's only one that has 5 health left and 20 shields. That's literally 5 single attacks from a ling that kills it. If he just sends in 3 lings, and they will 2-shot that probe with no issues.
Yeah, that's what I definitely expected. That's why I said he would probably be a nuisance with it. But it looks like, alternatively, you save those lings, you get good scouting information, one at the front, 2 checking out for pylons to tell if there's an attack coming. So I guess he just really wanted to have 4 lings in his arsenal, not just give them away. And this Overlord, man, has been here way too long. The Stalker is not even out. The Cybernetics Core just finished. We'll have to see if he makes a Sentry or a Stalker. Sentry it is.
Yeah, he's probably going to go for some Sentry aggression play. I've seen him mess around with War Prism, loading up with 4 Sentries and doing stuff like that. I'd be curious if he's going to go for that. For some reason, I don't expect it. I don't know why, but I just feel that he's not doing that.
It's a gut feeling. It's okay to go by.
Yeah, I think he's going to be going for the standard Sentry Immortal attack.
It's really sad that it's standard by now.
Yeah.
You're talking about the all-in, right?
Well, because some people like to throw a 3rd down, and I think he's going to throw down a 3rd because he's taking down the rocks.
Oh, okay.
I think